Hey guys, Erin here with LaCkore Couture, and today we're going to be talking about jewelry selling, how to do it safely. But before we do that, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and let's get right into it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we all have jewelry that might have been passed down to us or maybe was gifted to us over the years, and it's literally just taking up space in your closet or in your jewelry box or in your nightstand, and you know you are never ever going to wear it because of the style, or maybe you and that person broke up or got in a fight. Anyway, there's so many reasons why you may want to get rid of your jewelry, but typically the number one reason would be because you just want to make a little extra cash for something that's literally just sitting in your closet that you are getting zero use from. But there are some different steps that you want to keep in mind when selling your jewelry. You want to make sure you go to a reputable place, you want to do it safely, and you don't want to get scammed. So keep watching to find out how to sell your jewelry safely and getting the most money. So you may want to sell some of your jewelry to declutter your closet, or to get rid of that unwanted jewelry that you just never wear, make some extra cash, or maybe you even want to trade it in for something, you know, a new piece of jewelry, or maybe you want to trade it in for furniture, electronics, or something else that you want. Here are a couple places that you can sell your jewelry. Now there are many options, but here are the most popular. Okay, now I was actually surprised by this, but the number one place where people get rid of their jewelry, sell their jewelry, is actually eBay. And when I think of eBay personally, I mean, I think of like antiques, I think of like random things people sell. So I guess that makes sense that people sell their jewelry on eBay. However, you want to keep in mind, if you're the one buying the jewelry off eBay, that you're not getting scammed and that it's certified, that you're definitely getting something that is legit, that is what the person is saying that they're selling. It's super important. For you guys are here because you're interested in selling your jewelry. So when selling on eBay, it's actually really simple. All you have to do is set up an account, which most of us have an account already. If you don't, just follow the steps and create your eBay account, and then make sure to list all of the details you could think of for this jewelry, like what makes it unique, what it's made out of, the type of stones that are in it, if you have any certification, like if you have the purchase price on where you bought it or how much you bought it for, like any details that can substantiate and really verify to your customer that's potentially looking at your jewelry is going to be your best bet. Because people need to be able to trust you. They want to know what they're buying, where you got it, how long you've had it, what it's worth, and even better, if you happen to have an appraisal on the piece, that would be really great to include. Also, on eBay, it's just so nice because you can literally do it from the comfort of your house. You can never leave. All you have to do is take some great pictures, and this is so important. For me personally, if I ever see jewelry or really anything that I'm buying online that does not have a good picture, I'm just really probably going to keep scrolling and not going to buy it. So you definitely want to take into consideration the proper lighting. You want to have a good backdrop. So for example, let's say you're trying to sell sterling silver jewelry. I personally would not recommend putting it on like a silver platter because it's really not going to stand out. You're not going to see it. It's going to blend into that platter. So for example, let's say you're selling a gold ring. I may put it on just literally a plain white backdrop with great lighting. Most of us have a ring light now. If you don't, you can literally get it from Amazon or the Dollar Tree for like a few dollars. Or you can even just go outside and take it like in natural lighting. Natural lighting truly is the way to go. That's, for me, at least with my jewelry for my website, natural lighting by far shows the jewelry off the best. So anyway, circling back, making sure you take great pictures, including a great description. Any documentation that you have proving what you're selling is going to really help you be successful in selling that jewelry and really making that extra cash, which is why you're selling it. And with eBay, it's obviously safe because you don't have to meet anyone in person that you don't know. You don't have to risk your safety. The risk is very small. eBay actually claims a lot of the liability as far as if things get lost. You want to make sure it has insurance on the shipping and all that. So safety wise, you're not really putting yourself in much danger since you're doing it all online under your screen name. The people don't know where you live. They don't know anything personal about you. So it is a really safe way, and also a great way to get your jewelry out to the masses and like just be able to show it internationally to so many people on one platform. So eBay is definitely a great option. And I don't know about you guys, but another great way to sell stuff for me personally, like I love antiquing, I love thrifting, I love finding a good find, but then that means I have to sell what I previously had. So for me, I sell a lot of stuff on my personal Facebook page, my personal Instagram, and I know the people I'm selling to, so it makes it really safe and it makes me feel, good that my stuff is going to be going to someone that I know, I gave them a good deal and all that. So I would say for your jewelry, let's say you've had a friend that's always complimented you on that necklace and you're looking to get rid of it, maybe contact them and just be like, hey, listen, that necklace you love, I'm looking to sell it. Or you could actually post it on your Facebook page or on Facebook Marketplace. And the same rule applies like we talked about for eBay, is making sure you include all the details, how much it's worth, how much you're selling it for, what it's made out of, any documentation that you have, if you have an appraisal, and all that good stuff on your personal page and Marketplace. Now, if you post it on your personal page, obviously you want to make sure you're not posting something that grandma bought you, and then grandma's going to see it on Facebook and be pissed that you're selling that necklace she bought you. So keep that in mind. You don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but it is nice being able to sell to someone that you know, because clearly you don't have to worry about meeting a stranger that you don't know in person or whatever and doing the exchange that way. And then also what I was talking about earlier, Facebook Marketplace, I swear you guys, I have had such a great experience with it personally. I've sold like tons of furniture, random things like when my kids grow up and I don't need it anymore. I mean, obviously I donate a lot of stuff, but stuff that it was like worth a lot, that's more expensive, I may sell on Marketplace. And for me personally, what I like selling on Facebook Marketplace is because number one, I could click their profile and know pretty much immediately if they're scamming me or not. So what I mean by that is if you click someone's Facebook profile through Marketplace, right? And they emailed you and say, hey, I'm interested in buying this piece. You go to their page, you check their profile. If they literally just uploaded their profile that day, they have no pictures, no friends, you can 100% guarantee that that person is a scammer. So keep moving, block that person, delete that combo, and move to the next person. But if you, more than likely, I usually click and it'll be like a local mom and she has, few hundred friends and she has pictures of her family and her kids, and it's like safe, and you could pretty much vet someone knowing if they're like the real deal or not. Just for me, safety is key. I listen to way too many true crime podcasts, so I am super psychotic about safety. So making sure that that person is who they say they are is really important in this day and age with technology and social media and meeting up with them and all that. So making sure to vet their Facebook page, communicating back and forth, and always, if you, let's say you do end up selling your jewelry, right, to somebody you met off Facebook Marketplace, and you're gonna actually meet them locally, definitely bring someone with you, meet in a public place, and make sure you have everything documented, because you never know what can happen. I've read horror stories and heard horror stories about that. So you want to definitely keep that in mind when meeting up with someone in public. But I do know that Facebook Marketplace now offers shipping. So you could actually just ship the jewelry, which may take that whole danger piece away, which I would recommend. And lastly, a couple more places. Number one, a pawn shop. I know people will go and pawn jewelry all the time if they just need that fast cash, and then they want to actually buy the jewelry back, and then they, buy it back. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I've never been to a pawn shop in my entire life, but I have watched Pawn Stars, or what the heck is that show called? Anyway, that one show with the family that owns the pawn stores. I know they got in trouble recently, but that's neither here nor there. I love the show. So pawn shop could definitely be a way. And again, as far as safety wise, you want to go to a reputable place in a good neighborhood and maybe bring someone with you, I think is key when traveling anywhere with any type of jewelry or anything that really is of any value to you. You don't want to get robbed. So you want to obviously go prepared and, be as safe as you possibly can. Where I sell my jewelry, like my high-end fine jewelry, for example, like let's say somebody left me a lot of jewelry or stuff I have from when I was a kid that I just literally will never wear, but I need some extra cash, I don't do this anymore, but when I was younger, I would take my jewelry and I would go to the jeweler. So we all have a local jeweler in town. I would say go online, just literally type in jeweler in my area, and you'll be able to see and verify with their reviews, how long they've been in business and all of that. But prior to going to the jeweler or the pawn shop, I would highly recommend looking online to see, number one, how much gold or sterling silver is selling for at the time, because it does vary and it fluctuates. So sometimes an ounce of gold may weigh X and silver may weigh this, and then the next week it goes down and up and down. Anyway, for all of these ways that you're going to sell, I would recommend going online, looking up pieces that are similar to you. If you're selling it on eBay, Facebook, if you're going to the jeweler, you want to see, like, get something comparable and say, like, okay, this piece is selling for $5,000. Okay, so in my head, I have this $5,000 ballpark amount. You don't want to go in asking for $10,000 when you know it's not worth that. You want to go in with a realistic picture. Obviously, you want to shoot for a little bit higher, so then because they're always going to want to go down a little. So if you go in, you want $5,000, and you say, and they're going to say, how much do you want for this? Maybe, and you say, I want $5,000. They're going to be like, I'll give you $2,000. So clearly, you just shot yourself in the foot, and you're going to have to leave and go somewhere else. So I would recommend starting higher and then coming down to your final price, which really is the same thing with the housing market. If you list your house for $750, but you know your lowest price that you're going to take is $650, that gives you $100,000 to work with. Anyway, I digress. You want to go in knowing how much gold is going for, knowing how much you want for it, going in educated, bringing your documents, having all your ducks in a row, and you will be able to get the most bang for your buck and the most amount for your jewelry. Hopefully this helped lead you in the right path on how to even begin selling your jewelry to make that little extra bit of cash. And if you want to check out my handmade jewelry, make sure you click the link in the description below to help support my channel. And if you want to learn more about jewelry, fashion, fun, and LaCkore Couture, click the video above me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.